So you feel you're behind on life, huh? It's 2024 now. Congratulations. Welcome to the new year. Why do you think you're behind? I'll tell you one thing. It's because you're lazy. Simple as it can be, right? And let's just roll back into this. First time, you're closed-minded. And I, myself, still at times, get closed-minded. I get caught up in small things, thinking my way is the right way when you need to go hit the highway. But once you open your mind, and this takes time, right? Surround yourself with people, right? People that will test you too. And to be able to just be aware of certain situations and surroundings and not always speaking what's on your mind, right? Taking it in, observing, right? Allowing yourself to fully embrace what's going on around you, right? And the next thing is you have no struggle in your life, right? Now, we've grown quite a lot throughout the years as a society. We still have wars and everything going up, but as time has evolved and moved on, they had struggle back then, whether that's from food, and like right now it's a financial struggle in some aspects, a spiritual struggle, a physical struggle with yourself, mental struggles, all that's going on, right? But how intact are you with it? Are you aware of your struggles? Have you sat down and deeply internalized what you're going through, right? Or are you just, it's fine, I'm fine. That's only gonna go so far. It's gonna eat you alive. That's what's making you feel like you're behind, because you're not opening up to people, people you trust at least. I'm not saying open up to everyone, because that leads down a whole another rabbit hole. And lastly, you're stuck behind your screen. This one's a doozy, because I myself am on social media a fair amount. My screen time, 5 hours a day, right? And for me, that's a lot. In December, last month, I took the month off, and I got it down to about 2.5. And it just goes to show, I was like, holy cow, I spent this much time scrolling or liking. I was producing content with that, so I take like that 2.5, and I'm editing my videos, doing all that, but I try not to go past that. So I'm definitely like my New Year's resolution. My goal for myself is to limit that and produce more, right? Consume less, produce more. And if you're stuck behind the screen, what I recommend to you is delete social media for a month. Give it a month. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you're on, just delete it. What's the worst you can do? Well, I need to keep in contact with my friends and my family. You know what? If they're that close to you, they have your number. You can text them. There's WhatsApp too. Utilize those things, Because I know for me, I went back on during Christmas, and people were thought like, what the heck, where'd he go? I was like, bro, just taking time off. I'm gonna do it again. Don't get scared. I'm still here. I'm just doing my thing. And so just being aware of that. Get off your phone. Go touch some grass. You'll be fine. Then you start to be in touch with yourself, right? This is what leads into your purpose, right? So what is your purpose? And I'm not gonna talk about this in too depth, but it's the Ikigai. I'll make another video on that, but it's your passion, your mission, your vocation, and your profession. Those all coincide and create your purpose, right? And just a couple things that help you lead into your purpose is going into monk mode. And this is like going back to technology, getting rid of all of that, being in touch with yourself, being isolated from people, taking that time to just be one with yourself, writing and journaling and reading and consuming positive content, right, within yourself. That's when you allow yourself to truly be aware of where your passion is leading. There's bells ringing, but we're gonna keep going. So next is getting into routine, right? And I think a lot of people would love to just maintain this routine, because they're gonna start in the new year. Gyms are gonna be packed, right? People are gonna be like me, making content. We're gonna make all these videos. It started yesterday, man. It started yesterday. Why were you making the videos yesterday? well, you know, I was gonna just start in the new year. Why don't you start last year, man? What was holding you back? Well, I needed to do this, make sure I was in my new house. Oh, I was gonna start after I want to call it school break or whatever. Oh, I'll go have a little break when I have free time. Just start. Wow, I'm scared I don't have the right equipment. Bro, my setup right now, I literally have a light right here, my phone, I'm using my phone right now, and my little notepad on my computer. Simple. It looks a little sketchy, but it works. And for a long time, I felt I needed to have this, and this, and this to be able to produce content that I'm happy with and produce content that can provide value. You don't need all that. And that's why I took the last month to really reflect on. Is like, why haven't I started? Why haven't you started? You're making all these excuses. Well, if I get this, if I do that, once I have this, once I have that, and you start to realize you don't really want it that bad, do you? You'd rather be lazy. You'd rather watch other people do it and wish you could. Or maybe you're taking the steps to do it. And if you are, I'm proud of you. You know, because it's not easy. It's not gonna be easy. Life's not meant to be easy. Right? So getting a routine does help. I know I kind of went on a tangent there, but getting a routine does help. And once you're aware of that, and once you start the rhythm going, you start turning motivation into discipline. Whew, you're a dangerous force to be reckoned with. Just remember that. And last thing, reading/journaling, right? Very good habits to do. Remove all this. I was very poor at reading. I did not read very much, but I journal, right? It's my journal. You can see it's a little worn. I've had it for like 2 years now. My grandpa got it for me, and I've been trying to read the Bible more. I'm reading 48 Laws of Power right now, trying to make my mind bigger, you know, keep it flowing with all those intelligent juices and whatever it may be. And to be able to do that, you know, I'm also, this last year in 2023, reflecting on gratitude. Like, I never gave myself enough credit where it's due, and it started to affect me more than I thought. But once I touched that, it was like, you know what? There's so much I should be grateful for. Not all the negative stuff, you know? Come into contact with that, in touch with that. That's when you truly grow the most, I feel. Is when you allow these negative thoughts to be turned into something positive. So, and with that, surrounding yourself with individuals headed in your direction or are already in that direction of wanting to become the best version of themselves. You know, I've been on this self-development journey for a little over 2 years now, and honestly, I wish I would have started 2 years ago doing this, showing you my progress. I have my TikTok, which if you haven't, go check it out. And I look like a little kid in that. I'm not saying I don't now, but the evolution and the growth, oh my gosh. It's crazy what you can do in such a short time, every 6 months, doing something different, changing it up. And all I can say is if you feel behind or lazy, is just focus on a small goal, right? This is like my closing statements. Focus on one small goal at a time, and then have a 6-month goal, right? Or maybe even a year goal, right? Whether that's finances, fitness, reading it to intellectual or spiritual journey, wherever that may be or whatever that might look like to you, start writing it down. Start creating these goals. Because you'll look back and be checking them off, and sure, it may give you a little dopamine hit, but it's more than that. It allows you to reassure within yourself that you're doing the right thing. You can trust yourself. You lead into that gratitude, you know. So keep doing that and keep remaining consistent. Consistency is key. Having that routine is key. Journaling daily, reflecting on the day daily, going to the gym daily, doing all that, you know. You know, and lastly, stop comparing. Social media, that's why I'm so glad I did what I did and got off of it, because I was comparing myself. I see all these influencers and all these models and all my friends and whoever living their life, acting like they're happy, and some are. You know, I'm not saying they all aren't, but for some of them, they're just doing it for the validation. That's not what I'm in it for. You know, I don't care about the money. I don't care about trying to impress all these people. I just hope to inspire. And if I keep comparing, I start to become those people when I want to be authentic and be myself. And so, if you're feeling behind, I want you to reflect on this last year, these last 5 years, and really truly be intact with yourself. What have you done to improve your life? What have you done that you were not wanting to do that you did and you accomplished? It could be something small. Like, I'll be honest, this is my last little story. I won't turn it, but I didn't know how to drive manual, right? And I came out to Italy. You know, I wanted to get a little BMW. We whipping around. Look at me, I'm so fresh. And then a month rolled by, I still didn't have a car, and I was just like, why did I want that so bad? I wanted it for the validation. Because I thought people would think I look cool. So you know what I ended up doing? Found a cheap Mercedes, little C200. You know, it's nothing crazy. You're looking up, nice little car to get me to point A to point B, and it's manual. You know what's crazy? I learned how to drive manual out of all that. I didn't know. I learned something. I had growth. Like, those little accomplishments is what you're gonna go after, right? If you take the time to just be intact and be like, what does this mean? What can I do? How do I? You start asking yourself questions, and deep questions. How do I get there? Why have I not got there? Who can I talk to get me there? You start to realize that this journey through life is not meant to be a solo ride. You're meant to interact with people, to grow with people. And if you feel behind, realize you're not. You're exactly where God wants you to be right now. I want you to know that. And He loves you. And He's preparing you. You know? And it's just a matter of time. All I can say is, stop being lazy. Be aware of what your weaknesses are. And work on them this year. Work on them. You never know. In 3 months to 6 months, you're going to find a new one and you'll overcome it. And you'll feel so much more proud of yourself. But that'll do it for today's video. If you like this one, there'll be more to come. So I see you in the next one, guys.